In this video, I'm going to show you how to remove finishing nails from woodwork. So we've got our piece of trim here. This could be an architrave or something like that around a door casing. And we're just going to pin it down using our finishing nail gun. So we're going to be generous with our fixings to show you. Right, and then we want to try and remove this piece of trim, finishing trim or architrave without damaging it. Now the first thing I always like to do when removing a piece of trim is get myself a putty knife or a flat knife of some description. If you've got a rigid knife, this is normally better for prizing, but you want to make sure you first of all want to get a tool in there to try and separate these two surfaces. So you want to be as close to the fixing as possible. These putty knives are good because they have a sort of pointed end so you can get in there. We'll pop a link to all the tools we've used in the description. So you can start off with your putty knife in there. I always like to carry two knives and then I can actually lever them both and work my way along. So once you've got your two knives in near the fixing, you can then lever up and then pop your piece of trim off. So that's one way of removing your trim. There are other methods available as well. So we'll pop another pin in here. So we've got a fresh pinhole here, and another way to do it neatly is to actually punch the pins through. You can get yourself a punch set like this that comes in different sizes. You just want to select a punch which is about the same size as the head on the pin. This is the smallest one we've got here. And this method is often overlooked. Often people try and remove the nail completely, but sometimes if you just take your little punch, you can actually just tap your nail through and then just remove your piece of trim that way. So as you can see, I've used the punch there and there's very little damage to the surface. It's always better to pull your trim away and then pull your nails back through. Sometimes the nails are left in the piece of trim. If that's the case, you just want to take a pair of pliers and pull the nails back through. It doesn't usually matter if you do any damage to the back side of the trim. We're trying to just protect this face side. So I always like to use a flat knife and a pair of pincers to remove finishing nails from trim. If you've learned anything useful, please drop us a like. And if you have other tips and tricks, then feel free to share them in the comments section to help other people out. And if you want to keep updated with more short DIY tips, then subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.